Hello and welcome to my round 7 Brownlow Votes. As you'll see, the format of this is a little bit different. I'm going to try and condense it as quickly as I can so the videos don't drag out too long. Most people only watch 3 to 4 minutes of these sorts of videos, so I'll try to keep it to that. Let me know in the comments below if you like this new format or if you want me to change it back to what it was last week. So for the first game on the Wednesday night, I've got 1 vote for May, 2 votes for Lever and 3 votes for Max Gawn. I thought Max Gawn was the outstanding player of the night. 23 disposals, 10 marks and 26 hitouts. He also had a goal. I felt like he was taking on 2 rucks at once in Nankervis and Naismith, and he beat them both. He was clearly the best on for me, so 3 votes for him. The next game was the Anzac Day Clash, and obviously this ended up as a draw. I thought both teams played okay. I felt like the Bombers probably should have won from what we saw. Langford kicked 4 goals and he had a chance to ice the game and win. Unfortunately, he missed. I still think he ends up with the 1 vote. I've got McGrath with 2 votes. He had 31 disposals, 8 marks and 3 tackles. But the clear outstander for me was Zach Merritt, who had 31 disposals and 9 tackles. I just thought he was all over the pies and he probably should have kicked a goal in the end. A lot of what-ifs for both sides, but I thought those were my 3 best players for the Anzac Day Clash. The next game on Anzac Day saw the Giants absolutely flog the Lions. The Lions are in massive trouble. The Giants are absolutely flying. I gave 1 vote to Lockie Whitfield, probably Finn Callaghan, probably a little bit stiff not to get a vote there. Josh Kelly kicking a goal again, 5 tackles and 25 disposals. I thought he was very important, cutting through lines, playing that wing role but still scoring. I thought that was very important. But easily 3 votes for me was Tom Green. He was just all over the Lions. He just controlled that game himself. He did whatever he wanted when he wanted. He ended up with 37 disposals and a clear 3 vote for me. In what was probably one of the better games of the round was Port Adelaide versus St Kilda. Probably not as high scoring as you would expect, but the game just went back and forth. As soon as you thought one team was getting the upper hand, Saints came back, Port came back, but in the end it was Port Adelaide who took home the chocolates. And I thought Kane Farrell was very good at the 1 vote, taking the kick-ins, so that's where most of his meters gained were. But I thought he was playing really well. He kicked at a very high efficiency. Thought Jace Burgoyne had one of probably the best game I've ever seen him play. 27 disposals, 8 marks and 4 tackles. He was cutting through lines and you just love to see players run through, just do whatever they want. But a clear favourite for me was Ollie Wines, 1 goal, 9 tackles. He was just extremely dominant inside the mid. He just laid tackles all the time. He had very good pressure inside there. For me, he gets the 3 votes. In probably what should have been a very late Sunday afternoon game, the North Melbourne Roos took on the Crows, and this was just a one-sided affair in my opinion. Harry Sheezel played very well yet again. I don't know why he's always playing in the back. He probably should play in that midfield. Possibly not a winger. I don't know. He's a bit hard of a position to put him in. Obviously, he's going to get a lot of the ball being in the Kangaroos' backline. I think he misses out only just. Taylor Walker had a huge amount of goal assists. He could have scored a lot, but I felt like he passed it off a lot, and he was very important to the Crows' win. Rory Laird also played a very excellent game. I thought it was probably between him and Dawson who could have won the medal. I felt like Dawson just had a little bit more impact, bit more kicking game rather than handball. Laird gets the ball and handballs it out to Dawson. Dawson kicks. So I feel like more so the meters gained, Dawson's going to get that recognition, and he did win the medal. So they're my 1, 2, 3 votes for that game. What ended up being another great game was the Cats and the Blues. I felt like the Blues coming back in the 4th quarter, we've seen that before, but Geelong were able to hold on and win that game. Brian Myers probably a little bit stiff not to get a vote. He had 2 goals and 22 disposals. I think he just misses out. Harry McKay played really well. He was pushing up the forward line. He made Curnow look like he had no idea what he was doing. He moved up the line, got plenty of marks and helped Carlton into the forward 50. Patrick Cripps, I think, gets the 2 votes. He was very dominant in the midfield. 2 goals, 29 disposals, 6 tackles. Thought his effort was very good. Carlton couldn't get job done. But obviously, my most important player is Jeremy Cameron, who kicked 5 goals. He had 17 disposals and 9 marks. He pushed up the ground quite a bit, was taking marks not even inside the forward 50. He was pushing up to the wing to get that connection onto the next step. I think that is another clear 3 votes for me. This game ended up being quite a bit closer than I expected. It looked like it was pretty poor quality football to me. I feel like Brayshaw ends up with the 1 vote Fife for 2 and Sarong 3. I know Fife won the medal. You could probably swap those two either way around. I thought they both played pretty well. Caleb Sarong had a huge amount of clearances. Felt like that was important for Freo to win. And yeah, they're my 3-2-1 votes. The West Coast Eagles put up a fight for the first half, but the Gold Coast Suns just overrun them in the end. Again, the likes of Anderson, I feel like he gets 1 vote. He had 33 disposals, 22 of them handballs, but he did also kick 2 goals. Felt like he was very important in the second half of the game. Jared Witts was just absolutely outstanding, 46 hit-outs and a goal. Felt like he could get the 3 votes, no doubt. Matt Rao kicked 2 goals, 22 disposals, but he had 13 tackles. As soon as any of the West Coast Eagles players got to the ball, especially Elliot Yeo, who was his direct defender, he would just tackle him straight away. I felt like he had a lot of influence inside that midfield, and I think he gets the 3 votes. Doesn't feel like these videos are any shorter than the other format that I used, but anyway, I think Errol Gordon gets the 1 vote. He had 1 goal, 25 disposals and 12 marks. It was a very high marking game, I thought, from what I saw. Pretty sloppy footy from Hawks, and Sydney just did whatever they wanted. Felt like Ollie Florent had a huge impact on the game. 1 goal, 28 disposals and 10 marks. But my most important player of the game was Nick Blakey. Felt like he took a huge amount of intercept marks. He took 12 marks overall and 30 disposals. He had a huge amount of metres gained. I just felt like he was getting that ball and rebounding it straight away. Therefore, I think he gets the 3 votes. And here's a brief look at how I voted through the week. You can see it on the table here. Check the link if you would like to have a copy of this yourself. You have to go File, Make a Copy. Again, a massive thank you to Patrick Nelson, who has supplied this Excel sheet. He has an update, he has told me, which we'll be checking out next week. And now my overall leaderboard, I have Patrick Cripps on top on 13 votes, Max Gawn on 12, Matt Rao on 11, Tom Green, Errol Gordon, Zach Merritt on 10, Isaac Heaney, Noah Anderson and Zach Butters on 9. And then you start to get down to the 8, 7, 6s. And I think if you're on 6, I mean, there's still plenty of time left, but I feel like there's quite a few that are already over 10 votes. Isaac Heaney on 9. A lot of people have him winning the race at the moment, but I feel like Patrick Cripps, I think like Max Gawn probably should be top from what I've seen. Personally, I feel like he has been the most important player, the most dominant player so far this year. But yeah, what do you think? Who do you have on the top of your leaderboard at the moment of the 2024 AFL season at the end of round 7? Anyway, that's it for this week. I know this format is a little bit different, so please leave a like and let me know below if you like this sort of format, a bit more of a stats format rather than just a blank video of them talking. I do appreciate the feedback. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.